I don't believe it.
Stuart, please. Why can't you get undressed in the bedroom?
I'm not undressing, I'm getting comfortable. Want another drink? I do.
Urgently, but first I have to put your things away.
Bernard! Big Bernard! Hey.
Cricket?
Cricket? I thought she dumped you.
Cassie, I can't talk to you right now. I'm going running. Besides, if she dumped me, why would I have answered the phone, Cricket?
Hope doesn't spring eternal from you, Tom. It gushes. Come on. You were in denial for 3 weeks after we got divorced. I think you thought I was just suffering from some sort of hormonal imbalance.
I did not. And making sure you're okay is not denial, Cassie. When a relationship ends, doesn't mean the caring must also stop.
See, Tom? Hope. Lipschitz called. We have a double homicide, 321 Main.
So what do we got, Harry?
2 males, both gunshot victims. Newspaper delivery guy saw the front door open, went inside and called us.
Smells like an open case of Scotland's finest in here.
Harry, were the lights on or off when you got here?
Lights were off. All right, the victims are Stuart DeFore, Lance Crenshaw. They've been living together here for the past 10 years. Lead fashion designers, part owners of Rivers Crossing. That's a swimsuit manufacturer. Arriving officers found shattered drinking glasses, broken bottles. Oh, and 38 caliber S&W. Now, apparently, victim B,
Lance.
yeah, Lance, shot Stewart and then turned the gun on himself.
Ernie, besides the prints, see if you can figure out what's engraved inside of here.
Cassie,
Yeah.
pictures are on all the shelves.
So they are.
What, because they're not broken? Come on, guys, that's way too thin. Who knows how fast this argument fell off the table? Stu says blah, Lance says blah, blah. Stu throws his glass at Lance, Lance pitches his glass back at Stu. Next thing you know, there's a gun, there's a blam, there's an end to the blah, blahs. Come on.
Maybe, Harry. Is this how you and Cricket broke up?
With Cricket, clothing was optional. Just the clothes on Lance's side of the closet are cut up.
One guy gets ticked at the other, and the wardrobe is the victim.
I find it hard to believe that Lance would shoot Stewart and then cut up his own clothing. I don't get it.
Who's to say Stewart didn't do the slicing?
The shoes. Size 11 and a half, extra wide. These are Stewart's. I don't think he would have taken them off after he did it.
It's still a stretch.
Lights are off. It's hard to shoot somebody in the dark.
Your co-owner is a lady named Ricky Rivers. Here's the address.
I was kind of hoping this was a domestic dispute.
Me too.
I think we should call for backup.
No, it's okay. I'll be all right.
Men are so simple.
I'm sure they're on their way.
Miss Rivers, Cassie St. John, Tom Ryan and I are with the Palm Beach Police Department. Could we speak with you?
Give everyone 5. Yes, this way.
Okay, that's 5, everyone.
Oh, this is very nice. Your design?
Most of it. Stewart and Lance helped greatly. When they get here, I'm sure...
Miss Rivers, Stewart DeFore and Lance Crenshaw are dead.
I don't... How?
They both died of gunshot wounds.
Was it suicide?
Do you think that they would have a reason to commit suicide?
No, I just can't imagine who would...
A drink?
Only champagne. As far as I know, never to excess. Why?
No way. Just asking. Who else were they friendly with?
They were very private. The circle was me, Chance, and Judith. Chance Reynolds is my ex. Judith Millay is in charge of quality control for the company. What a tragedy. Is it all right if I get back to rehearsal? I like to keep myself busy.
Sure.
Thank you for telling me in person.
What'd you get?
I got control, strength, some shock. You?
Yeah. A little pain, maybe some anger. Like she was thinking and reacting.
Hiding something?
It's a thought. Excuse me. Are you Judith Millay?
Did you find them, Mr.
Ryan. No, I didn't. Please call me Tom. Have we met before?
Not that I can remember. Who was taking care of Bernard?
You gotta help me here. Who's Bernard?
Their dog?
Oh,
Oh, geez. Was the front door left open?
matter of fact, it was.
I've got to find him.
Please, I'm sure that he's with the neighbors or something. That's it. I got it. Do you happen to know a guy who goes by the name Chipmunk?
Sure. I've been to a couple of his 4th of July parties.
That's where I've seen you. I wanted to talk to you, but you always left early.
I don't even know why I go. Parties aren't really my scene. Try the Burblingers. Bernard might be with them.
Well, we'll get somebody on that. Did you feel up to a few questions?
I guess.
Did Lance and Stewart have a good relationship with Ricky?
Yes, for the most part. lately it was a little strained. I think they were just stressed before the line debut.
More than usual?
Well, Stewart and Lance designed and Ricky marketed. The guys were positive the world was ready for their concepts, but Ricky was more cautious. They fought about it before every show.
You just punched themselves out, or did they have somebody referee these matches?
Are you kidding? Even spectators needed full metal jackets. But after a few days, it'd always be hugs and kisses. When they fought, I'd go to the beach and watch wave after wave hit the rocks. All the crashing never seemed to bother either the water or the shore, and I'd think it was just like them.
Well, I'll give you a call when we find the dog.
Thank you.
Wow. And I thought I was compulsive. Say hello to the poster girl.
What are you talking about?
Tom, somebody who rearranges a row of chairs that is already straight. That's the definition
Oh.
of compulsive.
Lighten up. People in shock show displacement behavior.
Displacement behavior lasts for a second. Realigning 63 chairs does not. Oh, I got an address on Chance Reynolds, Ricky's ex. Let's go.
You counted the chairs.
I don't get it, you know? Because I can see 60, 65, but 63, I mean, why the odd number? Does that ever bother you?
You counted the chairs.
I think you're being stubborn about this ride sharing.
I don't.
You the police? You're probably looking for me. I'm Chance Reynolds. The last time I was in this kind of shock was when I realized that my divorce from Ricky was final.
When was the last time you talked to Stewart and Lance?
A while ago.
Ricky stated that you were very close to them.
I was. Even though they never took a side during the divorce, I could feel the strain it had created. Do you have any idea who could have done this to him?
Well, I don't recall saying anything about murder.
Well, Ricky told me that they died of gunshot wounds.
They did.
Somebody must have killed them.
The arriving officers pegged it as a double suicide.
Now, look, I'm not trying to be a wise guy here, but over what? I mean, last time I saw them, they were perfectly healthy, financially secure, and very, very happy.
Forensics confirms there was gunpowder residue on Lance Crenshaw's hand, and the gun was coated with his prints. No answer yet on the shells, but they found 2 initials inside the ring. CR.
Chance Reynolds.
Yep. And he claimed he hadn't been over there in a while.
Yeah, but he didn't say that he'd never been. Says Judith Millay, Cassie.
What did you do? Did you hit on her during a homicide interview? That is so sleazy.
No, I did not ask her out. I simply told her that if we found Lance and Stewart's dog, that I'd let her know.
You know what, Tom? Bad poets make bad liars.
That's true. But I'm a good poet.
St. John. Thanks, Ernie.
Gimme.
Bullets inside the gun have a different set of prints than those of Lance Crenshaw.
They say whose?
Ricky Rivers.
Sergeant St. John and Ryan, this is my lawyer, Abram Gersh.
Mr. Gersh? Ricky? We found some discrepancies at the murder scene. Do you mind if we ask some questions? Ricky, do you own a gun?
Yes.
Can we see it?
Do you have a search warrant, officer?
Mr. Gersh, I'm simply asking to see the gun.
And if you have the search warrant, she'll produce it.
We're not trying to be hostile, Mr. Gersh.
Do you or do you not have a search warrant?
Well, I don't. Cassie, do you have one?
As a matter of fact, I do.
This is a limited warrant.
It'll cover the gun.
Sorry.
38 long barrel. It's upstairs locked in a hot box.
And the ammunition?
Also inside the box.
Could anyone else have had access to this gun?
Not without the combination.
Can anyone alibi your whereabouts, Les?
I think we're stepping outside your warrant at this point, Sergeant. If you're charging my client, then I think she's entitled to hear her rights.
Right. Thanks for your time.
You hungry?
A little.
You want to go home? I'll wait for forensics.
No. Oh, why do they have to leave the air conditioning on all night? It's midnight, for heaven's sake. Thanks. There's something so sexy about the way a man's coat smells.
This is the aftershave.
Oh, no, not just. It's the sweat, it's his morning soap, his car, it's all of them. It's close to irresistible.
Well, a man's jacket definitely smells better when it mixes with the scent of a woman.
We've been down that road before. I would know the ruts anywhere. What'd you get, Ernie? You sure? Okay, thanks.
So?
So, no prints from the shell from inside the gun we impounded from Ricky.
She wiped them.
Oh, come on. She loads cartridges emblazoned with the prints inside the murder weapon, but at home she cleans them? Yeah, right.
Well, it wouldn't be the first time a murderer didn't think it through clearly. Should we bring her in?
No. Not till we know more about what's going on.
You're right. I'll ask Judith.
Really?
Yeah. She should know something. She was friends with Chance, Stewart, Ricky, Lance.
That's it?
Yeah.
Well, then why don't we haul her butt in here and take her down to interrogation?
Because she's not a suspect, Cassie. Her roommate alibied her. I mean, this is a very sensitive woman. She's lost two of her best friends. I think the words broken-hearted and tender come to mind.
Oh, jeez. I knew it. You're gonna bury something in the sand.
No, I'm not.
You know, Tom, you don't mix well with control freaks. And Judith gets win, place, and show in the anal retentive race.
I see. So you've known her for a long time. That's how you know this?
She's just the type of line you shouldn't go near, much less even cross.
Well, Cassie, I know the line, and I know when I'm going to cross it. So you can just drop the big sister act. Thank you.
We didn't even see the line, Tom.
I love this place.
Oh, it's one of my favorites. Judith, getting background information at breakfast is a little out of the ordinary. Usually we do it. There's your watch.
Actually, I find it very romantic.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
How often does that go off?
Every 15 minutes.
Why?
Old habit, I guess. Sort of used to keep me on a schedule. To tell you the truth, if I could figure out how to reset it, I would. Want to give it a try?
No, I was just curious. Permanent condition for a cop. Me, I make schedules, and for some reason, they just fall apart.
Well, maybe I can fix that.
Well, Cassie tried, but she failed. I wanted to ask you some more questions about Ricky, Chance, and Stewart, these fights.
Well, no doubt you heard about the last one.
No.
It was different, more lethal. See, 3 nights ago, Stuart called me absolutely weeping on the phone. Thank you. He and Lance had apparently launched tactical nuclear weapons at close range with Ricky. He said that she was threatening them, she was completely out of control, and in one of those rages that only she could fly into.
So did she lose it often?
Tom,
What?
I know this is gonna sound weird, but you're combining
I am.
apples and cheeses. You mustn't cross the food groups. It'll wreak havoc on your digestion. See, one of the ways I maintain my health is by strictly adhering to the structure of the food pyramid. No, not often, but when Ricky did lose it, wow, anything that wasn't bolted down got thrown.
So it was her temper that caused the divorce to Chance.
Just half, please. No, I would say that it was that Chance had a rather faint loyalty to monogamy.
I see. So Chance liked to.
I don't even think he was faithful on his wedding night. Personally, I think Ricky was more than generous in the divorce.
How generous was she?
She gave him 20%. That's a third of her 60%.
Oh, it's a lot better than I did in my divorce.
Have you decided?
I have.
No, you.
Okay. I'll have a turkey Swiss omelet, a couple pieces of whole wheat toast. I will have scrambled eggs, turkey on the side, Swiss on the side, and 3 pieces of whole wheat toast. 2 pieces of whole wheat toast.
What a coincidence. That's exactly what I'm going to have.
All of it? All 20%. Gee, you thought he would have mentioned that in his statement.
Cassie, can I see you?
Can it wait?
Oh, of course it can wait, Cassie. That's why I asked to see you now.
I'll meet you there, Tom. Yeah, bye. Harry, I told Tom that I'd meet him.
You ever met a man named Gersh? Abram Gersh?
Not that I can remember. No.
He's a very well-connected lawyer.
Maybe I have.
His client is Ricky Rivers.
I definitely have.
You think his client off Stewart and Lance?
If I had to call it now, yeah, I do.
Uh-huh. You ever think about becoming a private detective?
No. I like being a cop.
So do I. Do not make a mistake with Ricky Rivers.
Hey.
What did Harry want?
Just a refresher course on arrest procedures.
Gersh got to him. Harry used the wannabe transfer threat?
Nope, there wouldn't be a private eye one.
Come on in. So, what can I do for you?
This belong to you?
Well, only if it's got the letters CR on the inside of that. Where'd you find it?
Lance and Stewart's house. You said yesterday that you hadn't been to their house in some time. Now, I'm sensing a little inconsistency there, pal.
I knew I should have been up front with you guys. I'm sorry, I lied. I was at their house 3 nights ago trying to calm them down.
Why were they upset?
They were crazed after they told Ricky about the arrangement. She was frothing at the mouth from what they said. You mean you don't know? Stewart and Lance were going to take the company away from Ricky.
How could they do that? They were all equal partners with Ricky, each had 40%.
Well, after I gave them my 20%, they owned 60% of Rivers Crossing.
You gave them control of your shares?
I don't have a head for business. And they said they could triple Rivers Crossing by expanding or selling it.
So, based on your no knowledge of business, you gave away all your assets to these 2 guys. That's That's a pretty bold leap there, Chance.
I knew I could trust them
How?
because the three of us were lovers.
So, Ricky provided the bullets, had the motive, and the opportunity.
Why does this not feel right?
Feels like we're being run through a maze?
That's it, exactly. Now, Tom, guys have been hitting on me since I was 14 years old, and I would bet my entire sexual knowledge of men that Chance Reynolds is not gay.
Yeah. No guy is gonna wear the I'm gay hat unless he is.
Maybe.
Well, I don't see that we have any choice but to bring Ricky in for questioning. Let me ask you this. How extensive is your sexual knowledge of men?
Should have asked me that when we were married.
We had substantial differences over how that company was supposed to grow. When I found out they controlled Chance's shares, yes, I was furious, but certainly not enough to kill them.
Can anybody alibi you in the night of the murders?
I went to bed early. I thought that rehearsal next day was to be my last as owner of the company. I knew it was going to be physically and emotionally grueling. So I went to bed. I wanted to be rested and brilliant.
Booker, murder one with special circumstances.
It's hard to imagine someone as good as Harry as that yelling has high blood pressure.
Yeah, well, Harry, it's an act, not a release. Oh, that's me. Gotta go. Dinner.
You're having dinner? It's 5:30. Why? No, better. With who?
It's none of your business.
It's Judith.
It's Judith. That's right, Cassie.
So what do you know about her, Tom?
Unlike you, I don't run background checks on my dates. See, I let my relationships evolve, take a shape of their own. If it's good, that's great. If it's not, I move on. So leave it alone, all right?
You're late.
A little.
Tom, we said that we'd meet at 5:30. It's rude to be late.
Well, a couple minutes isn't rude, Judith, is it?
Of course not. I'm sorry. I've just been so on edge lately with everything that's going on. Here, I bought you something.
You're kidding. You didn't have to do this. My birthday's not for 3 months. This is great. Thank you so much. What is this?
It's an organizer. You can store phone numbers, appointment dates, anniversaries. The best feature is the multiple alarms. Great reminders.
Well, this is so nice of you. Thank you very much.
Well, you said you had trouble keeping a schedule, so maybe this will help.
Yeah, maybe if you had one of these, you wouldn't have to have that go off every 15 minutes.
Actually, I use both, sort of a backup system. Is there anything on Bernard?
Bernard?
The dog?
The dog. Right. No, we're still checking. Now, Cassie's been asking me a lot of questions lately about you, and I realize I know zip. So tell me, brothers, sisters, what school you went to, where you grew up? I want to know everything.
Only child, Florida State for 2 years, and mostly South Miami.
I played for the Seminoles. We stunk. I loved it, though. Why'd you quit?
You know, I am starving, and when my body needs fuel, it needs fuel.
Oh, one old piece of business. Were Lance and Stewart sexually promiscuous?
Never.
Positive?
Completely.
How did you get so close to them?
You know, if you keep asking questions, we'll never order.
They ask a lot of questions. So what are you gonna have?
Something vitalizing.
Don't even think about taking that swing. I got that in a divorce.
How was your date?
It was swell.
Not a first date kind of girl, huh?
Neither am I.
Did she tell you anything?
She told me that Lance and Stuart were faithful to each other.
Maybe that their relationship with Chance embarrassed them. What'd she say about herself?
Where are you going with this, Cassie?
This is gonna piss you off, Tom, but I ran her. She came up in the computer. I think you should look at
You
it.
had no right to do that.
You may be my ex-husband, but you're my current partner. And it's not only my right, it's my obligation to protect you.
In the line of duty.
In the line of duty. Good night.
Yeah, good night.
Not worked out. I've had leftover coffee and a particularly trying time with my hair this morning, Ryan, so you better be dazzling.
Hard for me not to be. Ricky's gun box.
That's excellent, hot stuff. This come from memory, or did you have to make notes?
Open it.
Since I'm not the one who came up here with Ricky, why don't you just give me the combination, and I will.
Don't have it. Yet. Got this off the computer. It's the information that the booking officer took on Ricky.
I'm not dazzled yet.
99.9% of all people have a PIN code that's easy to remember. Their birth date, their street address, something simple.
It's old news, Tomboy. Most people know it's too easy to access those numbers.
For your ATM or Visa card, maybe. But think about this. You have a gun nestled in your bed to defend yourself against an intruder in the middle of the night. A noise awakens you. You're groggy. In your case, grumpy. And you're scared. Now, wouldn't you want to have the easiest number that you could remember as the combination to your gun box?
Try some.
Her DOB is 031561. Try 0315. 1561. 1651. Ha! If it was that easy for us, it wouldn't be that hard for anyone else with the same information. Would it?
You found Bernard! Where?
Oh, I got him in the animal shelter in the North End. There you go.
Hey, you want to come inside?
No, let's take a walk. You believe in honesty in a relationship?
I think it's the only glue that can hold two people together.
Yeah, well, you know I'm a really honest guy. Cassie says too much so. But I really like that in other people.
Me too.
Yeah. So why aren't you being open and honest with me?
I am.
No, you're not. I would have been able to handle this a lot better if you had told me. What's your arrest sheet, Judith?
What made you do this?
Well, cops have hunches. My partner had one about you.
Yeah, well, you had no right to look.
Whether you want to accept this or not, Judith, you get caught using or dealing, it becomes part of the public record.
I was 19. Everyone was doing it, purely recreational, but not for me, all right? Addictive personality. Being arrested for dealing was the wake-up call. Besides my parents, only Stuart and Lance knew. They were the ones that made me get tested.
because of shared needle use.
See, before Stuart and Lance got together, they had each lost a partner to AIDS, and they were compulsive about getting checked every 6 months to make sure they were uninfected.
And that's how you could be so sure that they wouldn't have had sex with anyone else.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. It's over. You can move on now.
No.
Why, Judith?
Why? Because I spend every day of my life fighting it. That's what setting the alarm on my damn watch was about. See, early in my recovery, I thought, hey, if I can just make it through the next 5 minutes, I'll be okay. And now I'm up to 15. And up until recently, I was pretty damn sure I could stretch it to a half hour.
Judith.
No. If I came home at 1 o'clock in the morning saying that I'd been working late, would you believe me, or would you give me the old visual survey to see if I'd been partying?
Well, trust has to be built. Maybe I could have.
Yeah, but even if I told you, I still can't trust myself. I trusted Stuart and Lance because we shared something emotional in common. What do we share besides your suspicion?
You okay?
Yeah, how many is here? You have any idea what happened to the coffee?
I chucked it. Tried the tea.
You chucked the coffee. Why would you do that? You love coffee.
Ha, but I read an article about green tea. Did you know that in China, the majority of green tea drinkers never develop digestive disorders?
Did you know that I don't even have a digestive disorder?
Study the food pyramid. Drink green tea, and you never will. I have abused my body, Thomas, and now it is punishing me. Do not follow in my wanton ways. Where's Cassie?
Here. Guess who's the beneficiary of Stuart and Lance's interest in Rivers Crossing?
Please, take off her cuffs.
Abram, why am I here?
I think they want to help.
Ricky, it could be that you're being framed for the murders of Stuart and Lance. I talked to their estate attorney.
After I found out they controlled Chance's shares, I begged them to split it and make us even again, but they wouldn't. I used every bit of reasoning I could think of. Apparently, one of my arguments finally actually made sense.
Which one was that?
Both of them were compulsively afraid of dying, so I asked the simple question: if they died tomorrow, who would they want to run the business, me or Chance?
From what their lawyers said, they chose you.
But Abram tells me they never amended their will.
But they were going to. Did Chance know about the change they were going to make?
I didn't tell him.
Ricky, where did you conduct most of your business?
I converted the cabana into my office.
I gotta tell you, if this place has bugs, they can't find them.
What's this?
The recharger for my cell phone.
Who ever heard of gluing one to a desk?
Yes.
Directional?
We'll get a team on this and find out which direction this unit was sending. What have you got for us, Digger?
If we've got the right tone, the receiver is south of here, about 1.5 miles. I'd have to shoot the signal back from there to be certain.
Thanks. Chance Reynolds bugged Ricky's office. He didn't know about the change that they were going to make in their wills.
And he would have known about Ricky's birth date because it would have been written on the marriage certificate.
So he uses Ricky's bullets to kill them before they can shut him up. It's a perfect frame.
Good looks and brains. Too bad he's a killer.
Well, be patient. Maybe prison will reform him. like Chance got himself a new little toy. I've heard these things ride rough.
You don't buy them for the ride.
No, you buy them if you got a little...
That's what I've always heard.
I don't care if anyone sees us.
Oh!
That's a very 80s attitude.
What the hell do you think you're doing?
Asking a question is the answer. Are you getting a little sunburn?
Chance, cops get upset when people aren't completely open with them. It makes them think they're hiding something.
I'm not hiding anything.
Great. Do you mind if we take a look in your house?
Why?
Residents in the area have been complaining that our new precinct transmitter is jamming radio and television signals in the area, that sort of thing. Do you mind?
No.
Thanks.
I put a lot of money into that system. Could you leave it alone?
Can you use one of those ab machines?
No, there's lots of reps. Is this gonna take long?
Nah.
Cassie, call Digger, see if you got a signal there.
Sure.
Why are you pointing it that way? The precinct's this way.
I'll call it in. Yeah, we got a black Porsche heading outside the island. Need some backup.
You live on an island, stupid.
Good work.